Some riverside villages in China look like scenes straight out of a painting. They rest peacefully along winding rivers, embraced by lush green mountains. With white walls, black-tiled roofs, and arched stone bridges, they preserve centuries of tradition and culture. Here, life flows at a gentler rhythm, fishermen casting nets at dawn, and villagers walking through ancient alleys. These are timeless masterpieces, shaped by harmony between water, nature, and architecture. Today, we journey to discover the most beautiful riverside villages in China. Hidden gems, where history, culture, and breathtaking landscapes meet at the water's edge. Xidi and Hongcun are two ancient villages in southern Anhui that stand out with white-walled, black-tiled houses and a clever network of canals weaving between the buildings. These villages were established in the 11th century and were home to wealthy merchant families, reflecting Confucian influence in space organization and community life. The area is surrounded by low hills and farmland, creating a harmonious landscape between nature and old, man-made structures. Local residents still maintain traditions such as ancestor worship festivals and folk performances, preserving a unique cultural identity. Visitors can stroll through narrow stone-paved alleys and admire houses more than 400 years old with finely carved wooden details. On misty mornings, the ancient village landscape becomes captivating as calm water reflects moss-covered walls and old black-tiled roofs. Zhouzhuang ancient town is located in Jiangsu province and named after a nobleman named Zhou, who owned it during the Song dynasty, preserving long history and special traditional culture. Zhouzhuang hides in the Yangtze River Delta plains, with winding paths and old stone bridges, making visitors feel far from the modern world. The most striking features are moss-covered ancient houses close to the canal, reflecting on clear water, with slow-moving wooden boats. A mysterious story passed by locals says that on foggy nights, a strange sound of a musical instrument echoes, but no one can find where it comes from. The entire space has stayed almost unchanged for hundreds of years, with stone paths, ancient roofs and bridges standing as vivid proof of the past. The harmony of old architecture, calm waterways, and quiet space makes this a unique destination, giving visitors the sense of stepping into an ancient world still preserved today. Lijiang ancient town stands out with a history of over 700 years, formed in the 13th century and prospering thanks to its location on an old trade route, serving as a cultural exchange center for many communities. The old town is covered by a dense network of canals, with clear water flowing between stone-paved streets and rows of black-tiled wooden houses, creating a poetic and ancient scene. Old stone bridges cross the canals connecting the rows of houses, making the space peaceful yet lively. Typical Nansi architecture is shown through finely carved wooden houses and a layout that harmonizes with nature. The locals are known for being kind and hospitable, still preserving traditional crafts and distinctive festivals reflecting local culture. Another unique experience is discovering fine crafts at small workshops or standing on old stone bridges to view the whole Lijiang scene, surrounded by mountains and winding water. Among peaceful waterways, Xitang ancient town carries an ancient character with narrow stone alleys winding around old houses by the canals, where every mossy stone reflects the passage of time. Hidden within the residential area is an ancient well tied to a true story about a family whose prayers here led their son to pass imperial exams, bringing honor to the entire village. When the moonlit night falls, lantern lights shimmer on the water, wind slipping through wooden windows, and the echo of paddles fill the air, creating a magical and nostalgic atmosphere. Intricately carved wooden doors with protective motifs reflect not only decorative artistry, but also the history and beliefs preserved by generations. All these elements blend together to shape a Xitang that feels ancient yet vibrant, where every detail tells a story of history, spirituality, and community culture. Fenghuang Ancient City is located in the western mountain region of Hunan Province and is named after the phoenix, a symbol of eternity in East Asian culture. Because of the complex mountain terrain and limited transportation, the town remains isolated and less affected by modernization. The architecture features two-story wooden houses lined closely along the river, with clear green water flowing under stone pillars. In the early morning, fog covers the water surface, making the whole town look like it is floating in a blurry space. A strange event often reported is that during new moon nights, people hear the sound of a flute, even though no one is seen playing it. Although restoration has been done, the town still keeps a traditional lifestyle, where locals write letters by hand, burn incense, and make tea every day. This old town stands out with a dense network of canals where old wooden houses line the waterways and stone paths wind through, creating harmony between architecture and nature. With a history of over 1,300 years, it was once a busy trade center thanks to convenient waterways and still preserves many valuable ancient structures today. Curved stone bridges, crossing small canals, connect streets and highlight the distinctive, peaceful, and ancient space. Community life here is closely tied to the water, from traveling by boat to trading along the canals, reflecting a long-standing way of life. Traditional crafts such as fabric dyeing pottery, weaving mats, and preparing local specialties are still maintained and passed down through generations. An impressive experience is sitting on a boat, gliding through narrow canals while enjoying the scenery and listening to old stories told by the boatmen. Nanxun impresses with its open space, where winding canals surround old tile-roofed houses and large mansions blending traditional and Western architecture. Over more than 700 years of history, this place was once a gathering point for wealthy merchants who left behind distinctive old buildings showing a prosperous past. Traditional crafts such as silk weaving, lantern making, and preparing local food are still practiced, enriching the cultural identity of this area. At night, light from houses along canals reflects on the water, creating a peaceful, quiet, and historic atmosphere. A favorite activity is taking a boat along narrow canals, viewing ancient beauty mixed with architectural elegance, while hearing boatmen tell stories of a once thriving land. Sanhe ancient town is located at the confluence of three large rivers, creating a unique network of interlaced canals and offering a peaceful riverside landscape. This area prospered since the Song dynasty and reached its peak during the Ming and Qing periods, thanks to its convenient waterway trade position. Stone-paved roads curve along canals, lined with ancient houses with black tiles and white walls reflecting on the calm water surface. Local people still maintain traditional lifestyles through folk festivals and bustling rural markets during holidays, showing strong community bonds. Visitors can sit on small boats weaving through narrow canals to closely experience the scenery and local culture. At dusk, sunset covers the entire town, casting the shadow of old rooftops on the water, creating an unforgettable scene for travelers. Zhouzhuang ancient town is in Jiangsu province, and its name comes from a nobleman named Zhu during the Song dynasty, showing a rich history and unique culture. Hidden in the Yangtze River Delta Plains, Zhouzhuang feels far from modern life, with small winding roads and old stone bridges that make the journey here feel slow and special. The most impressive scene is rows of old mossy tile-roofed houses right by the canal, their reflections on still water, with wooden boats gently drifting. A strange story told by locals says that on foggy nights, music sounds softly through the quiet town, but no one has ever found the source, even after careful searches. The whole town has been preserved almost unchanged for a long time, from stone-paved streets and old tiled roofs to stone bridges, making it a true picture of the past. The blend of old architecture, waterways, and mysterious tales makes this place a rare and unforgettable destination. Gulangyu Island is a small coastal island with a peaceful atmosphere where winding stone paths weave through lush trees and rows of elegant European-style villas. The island stands out with red brick houses, sloping tiled roofs, and arched windows nestled beside the deep blue sea, reflecting sparkling sunlight in the early morning. Small slopes lead visitors to seaside cafes where they can gaze at the open horizon and distant ships. Little gardens along the paths offer a sense of calm, where locals still keep the tradition of growing flowers and tending bonsai trees. Gulangyu is linked to a legend about drum beats echoing from the cliffs at night, adding mystery and charm to the scenery. Here, visitors not only enjoy seaside views and unique architecture, but also feel a slow, poetic atmosphere. Chengyang Villages is a complex of 8 minority villages nestled along a gentle stream, featuring rows of wooden stilt houses lined on green hills. Entering the village, visitors often see locals in colorful traditional costumes holding wooden reed pipes and greeting guests with warm smiles. During festivals, all 8 villages hold dragon dances, reed pipe performances, and courtship songs by the river, attracting many visitors. Winding stone paths lead to ancient communal halls where villagers worship ancestors and hold long-standing spiritual ceremonies. The peaceful setting, rich ethnic identity, and unique architecture make Chengyang Villages a truly unmissable destination. Wuzhong Lake stands out with its vast area and clear water reflecting the sky, creating an open and peaceful space for visitors. This area has a history dating back thousands of years, connected with river culture development, and once an important waterway trade route. The landscape around the lake is surrounded by green willows and gentle hills, enhancing the natural beauty of this land. People living around the lake mainly work in fishing and aquaculture, maintaining traditional customs, especially folk festivals, and food from the rich aquatic resources. Autumn is an ideal time to visit, when yellow leaves fall along paths, combined with cool air, making the scenery even more attractive. Jinji Lake is a large man-made lake with a surface area of over 3 square miles, located in the center of a modern urban zone, while keeping a balanced natural landscape. The lake has a perimeter of about 9 miles, surrounded by parks, walking paths, and wide grassy areas, making it ideal for outdoor exercise and leisure. The entire area is planned with open squares and eco-friendly lakefront designs that minimize the impact from traffic and industry. The calm water surface reflects the light of modern buildings around it, especially beautiful at sunset and nighttime, when LED lights illuminate the area. At an average elevation of about 16 feet above sea level, and with many green open spaces, Jinji Lake is seen as a model of community living in modern city planning. Tianmu Lake stands out with its large area and clear water, surrounded by green forests and rolling hills, creating a relaxing and pleasant space for visitors. lake formed centuries ago as an important water source and fishery, and it appeared in many classic Chinese poems. The lakeside scenery impresses with winding paths through pine forests and green grass, allowing visitors to easily connect with nature. People living around the lake are attached to freshwater fish farming, maintaining traditions and preparing many local dishes from lake products. Every evening, the bright red sunset spreads across the calm water, making the scene vivid and leaving an unforgettable impression. Haoi gives visitors a feeling that is both familiar and special, with the winding river embracing the old town like a gentle arm that is hard to find elsewhere. This river dates back to ancient times when it was dug to control water and protect the city walls, and today it still keeps its old charm but remains full of life. On both sides of the river, shady trees blend with small wooden piers, adding peaceful and rustic beauty to the scene. At night, lights from riverside houses reflect brightly on the calm water, creating a mesmerizing night picture. In addition, the local dishes rich in riverside flavors are something that visitors will always remember when leaving Haoi. West Lake evokes a poetic feeling from the very first steps along its stone-paved path, where the calm water reflects soft green willows and distant mountain peaks fading behind mist. In spring, lotus flowers and peach blossoms bloom along the shore, making the scenery vibrant yet gentle and timeless. Ancient temples scattered around the lake carry the quiet breath of history, their moss-covered curved roofs standing as witnesses to the passage of time. On the lake, small boats drift slowly, and gentle waves play under the golden afternoon sunlight, creating a rare peacefulness in the heart of the city. Locals pass down a legend of a mermaid who once appeared from the lake, singing softly to bring peace to the villages around the shore. Walking along paths by the lake, one encounters old trees leaning over the shore, while the quiet figure of a fisherman sits patiently, all blending into an elegant, familiar atmosphere. Qingshu Mountain is a famous tourist area in southern China, and its name evokes the fresh and peaceful beauty of the landscape here. This area has a long history and was once the site of cultural and religious activities of the local community over many generations. The landscape of Qingshu Mountain stands out with green mountain ranges, peaks mixed with wide valleys, and old forests, creating a fresh and open space. Winding paths lead to the top of the mountain, where visitors can view the entire area of rolling mountains and vast greenery. By joining local cultural activities, visitors have the chance to understand more about the life and traditions of the community here, creating a relaxing and meaningful journey. Basong Co Lake is located at an altitude of about 182 feet, surrounded by snow-covered mountains and virgin forests, creating a quiet and isolated natural space. The lake stretches about 10 miles long and 1 mile wide, with greenish-blue water that changes color with the sunlight throughout the day. In the center of the lake is a small, drop-shaped island, where an old wooden and stone building stands in traditional Tibetan style, linked to esoteric beliefs. Local people live mainly by herding and farming, and they keep traditions like lake worship and flag-raising ceremonies in early summer. Visitors can take a wooden boat to the island to explore and hear stories about local legends related to the lake. The surrounding ecosystem includes coniferous forests, rhododendrons growing along the slopes, and native animals such as snow deer and masked civets. In the early morning and late afternoon, the lake reflects the sky and soft purple light, creating a distinct atmosphere of the Tibetan Plateau. As sunset gently falls over Hongze Lake, soft orange light covers the vast water, and small ripples reflect the sky's colors, making the scene shimmer and feel enchanting. The beauty here comes not only from the lake's sheer size, but also from the endless reed fields where wind creates deep, rhythmic sounds like a natural song of the wetlands. Amid this open landscape, flocks of migrating birds fly in long lines, their silhouettes adding life and movement to the peaceful sky. Locals still pass down an ancient tale of a water god who chose Hongze Lake as a dwelling, blessing the waters to remain calm and guarding the surrounding lands from disasters, ensuring bountiful harvests. Walking along the lake's paths, visitors can see quiet wooden boats moored by small docks and old houses hidden under tree canopies, adding a simple, familiar charm. Moments like these make Hongze Lake a place where, once arrived, all the noise of life seems to fade, leaving behind a lasting sense of peace and serenity. Qiandao Lake is a man-made freshwater lake with an area of about 220 square miles, featuring more than 1,000 large and small islands rising from the clear water. This area was created in 1959 after the construction of a hydroelectric dam, which raised the water level and formed islands from the remaining mountain peaks. The lake's water clarity ranges from 23 to 39 feet, making it possible to see the bottom in many areas, ideal for water activities. The terrain curves naturally, surrounded by mountain ranges and green vegetation, offering a wide variety of views from quiet bays to narrow water channels. People living around the lake mostly work in fishing, aquaculture, and tourism, with a peaceful lifestyle connected closely to nature. A unique feature is that two ancient towns still lie underwater beneath the lake, preserved as part of the region's special history. Baiyang is located in southeastern China, and its name means whitewater sea, to describe the shallow water flowing over smooth, light-colored rocks. The area lies among mountains and forests, far from major cities, creating a secluded and quiet space. A special phenomenon is that the rock surface stays free of moss, even though it is wet all year round, something that has not yet been clearly explained. The bright, smooth rock surface is not slippery, allowing visitors to walk safely across it. The unique combination of natural landscape and safe walking experience has made Baiyang a distinctive destination that attracts nature lovers. Nansi Lake is a vast expanse of water, highlighted by green stretches of duckweed and blooming lotus flowers that create a peaceful, poetic landscape. Along the lake are small docks where wooden boats are moored and locals continue their traditional morning fishing routines, adding a rustic yet lively atmosphere. The calm water reflects the blue sky and straight rows of trees along the shore, forming a fresh and expansive natural painting. Paths along the lake lead to simple resting pavilions where visitors can relax, sip tea, and enjoy the view. Nansi Lake is also known for its rich ecosystem, home to various water birds and aquatic plants, offering visitors a chance to explore abundant nature. The blend of natural beauty, rustic daily life, and touching stories makes Nansi Lake an appealing destination for those who love nature and tranquility. The Li River is striking for its unique karst landscape, with towering limestone walls flanking both sides of the crystal-clear water. Some parts of the river lie deep between narrow cliffs, completely inaccessible by land, giving the area a hidden and secluded feeling. During early mornings, a thin layer of mist covers the calm water, creating a special reflection effect where images appear that don't match the real scenery, which locals call the sky mirror. The limestone formations here have strange shapes, some resembling mythical creatures, others like human figures, as if arranged by an unseen hand. What makes the Li River unique is the unusual stillness. At certain bends, sound seems to vanish completely, making travelers feel like they've entered a world apart. The name Li River comes from an old term meaning calm waters, yet the real experience blends peaceful beauty with mysterious elements that are hard to explain. Detian Transnational Waterfall is located at the border, known for its special name as one of the few waterfalls in the world where the water flows across two countries. The location is quite remote, with the road winding through limestone mountains, valleys, and forests, making visitors feel like they are exploring a hidden place in majestic nature. The waterfall is about 100 feet high, and its water cascades down natural rock steps, creating a light mist that brings a cool and pleasant feeling. Surrounding the waterfall are dark green mountains and pristine vegetation, creating a scene that is both majestic and poetic. A mysterious legend says a mountain god transformed into this flowing water to protect the land, so locals consider the waterfall sacred. Experiences like immersing in the cool mist, listening to the waterfall's roar, and feeling the pristine atmosphere offer visitors relaxation, uniqueness, and unforgettable memories.